Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First off, I just want to say I'm sorry that my dog is always in my video, or at least always over there. That's like her spot, and every time I try to move her, there's just no use because she just goes back up there. So she's just going to be in the videos. So this video, I wanted to film my April favorites. It's almost, I don't know what I was just going to say, but it's still the beginning of May, and so I thought I would just do this before I forget, and then it's just too late. So I don't have a lot of stuff, I just have a couple things, and let's just jump right into it. So, oh cute, what are you doing? Alright, the first stuff that I want to talk about is by BenNye. Now I have a couple things from them and I have been loving. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the BenNye Luxury Powder. Now I got the color banana. Now this stuff is awesome. I use it, I can't use it all over my face because I'm very fair, and this is almost, it's weird because it's almost too dark for my whole face, but for underneath my eyes it really helps to brighten up my eyes. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I can only use it for underneath my eyes, and it really does help to brighten up my eye, and also helps to set my concealer. So I've been really loving this stuff, and from what I've read is that's what Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, that's what he uses underneath her eyes and to contour and highlight her face, and we all know her shit looks good. So that's one of the main reasons why I got it, but other than that, it works awesome and I love it. So what I have been using, that didn't make sense. What I have been using all over my face to set my face is the BenNye Natural Set Translucent Powder, or I think they say colorless powder. This stuff is super awesome. So I have really oily skin, like really oily skin. And normally I would put my foundation on and I would normally set my makeup with my MAC Studio Fix powder. Now when I do that, I can probably go about 2 hours before I am oily, and that 2 hours is a pretty good time. But after that I have to go back and blot my face, and then an hour later I have to go do it again, and I'm just wasting so much product, not even doing my full face, just blotting my T-zone. And so I really have been looking for something to help me, and this was the answer. This stuff is so awesome. Like I said, I put it all over my face, and I really just focus it on my chin, my forehead, and my nose. And when I do that, I have noticed I can go about 6 hours before I notice that I'm starting to get oily. And 6 hours is an incredibly long time to go before I even start to notice that I'm getting oily. And like I said, on my nose is where I start to notice it first. And for 6 hours, I keep saying 6 hours because 6 hours, that's such a long time. But it's just awesome. And I think that what really helps it is the BenNye Final Seal. Now this is a mattifying makeup spray. This stuff is super awesome. I spray this on my face, and I think that this, combined with the powder, is why I can go 6 hours without getting oily, because this, not only is it a mattifying makeup spray, it's not going to go anywhere. So it sets my makeup, and it also keeps me matte for so long, and it's just, I'm so happy that I found this, and I really wanted to share with all of you because I haven't found anything that has been able to keep my oil under control for such a long period of time without breaking up my makeup. Because I've noticed when I use my Studio Fix, I set it and it's cool, but at the end of the day, I just noticed that I have so much makeup focused right in the middle of my face that all of my other makeup is just completely separated. And with this stuff, with these three things just combined, my face has never loved me more, and I love her now. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. The next stuff that I wanted to talk about, or thing rather, is the NYX Brow Gel. This stuff is awesome. So sorry. Normally I use some brow powder, and that stuff, I thought I was like awesome with that. Like my eyebrows couldn't get any better. But I have been wanting to try the or a brow pomade or gel for a really long time, but I didn't want to spend the money on it, you know, in case where I live it's very hot, and I didn't want to spend the money and, you know, within hours it's just dripping down my face, or I go to wipe my face and my eyebrows just wiped right off. And so I was really just hesitant on spending the money for that. So I had gone to work one day and I saw this, and this isn't new, but for some reason I just didn't see it ever. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta get this. It's like $6. So I bought it, and I am just so happy that I did. I honestly don't know what I've been doing with powder. Like, I don't even mess with powder anymore. So this is what I have on my eyebrows now. And the thing that I really like about the gel is that it just lays my eyebrow hairs down so sleek that I don't have any strays or stragglies just hanging out. It just makes them so smooth and just looks so flawless versus a powder where I felt like with the powder they just looked very fuzzy. I don't want to say fuzzy, but not bushy. I don't know what the word is, but they didn't look as sleek and nice. But with this stuff, oh my god, they do. Now I got the color Espresso. The only thing that I would change is the color. I really like my eyebrows dark. I have black hair, and I got Espresso, and I mean the color is nice, but I like mine darker. So, you know, the only thing that I would change is the color that I bought it in. But other than that, this stuff is super amazing. So I would definitely recommend it if you have been wanting to try a pomade or try a gel, but like I said, like me, didn't want to spend money on it and you were just kind of hesitant and you just wanted to try it. This, like I said, NYX, it's $6, and this is the best $6 I've ever spent. So, the last thing that I want to talk about, like I said, there wasn't a lot, is my Real Techniques. Now, I'm pretty sure this is called the Miracle Complexion Sponge. I know it's Miracle something. It looks like this. It's a little egg, but what's awesome about this is that it has this curve right here. Now, this side is what I use. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I use my powder for this, and this is what I use for the BenNye Natural Set. I just put a little bit on, and this is where I dot it all over my face, and definitely, like I said, focus it on my nose and my forehead. But when I do use this, I don't use it for foundation, because I've noticed with sponges, and especially this one, that it gives a very sheer to medium coverage, and most days, let's be honest, I like to have a full face and I don't like sheer. And especially when I go to work, I have to have, you know, a full face on. I can't, I'm sure I could, but I feel better having full face makeup, because you're going to want to come up to me and you're going to want help from me, versus when I have no makeup on and you're like, you don't know what you're doing. So, instead of using this with my foundation, what I do is I put some foundation on my hand and I mix in some of my moisturizer. So I just mix it in and I, you know, dot it and I put it all over my face. That way it kind of gives me like a base of color, sort of like a tinted moisturizer would do, but I just kind of like make my own. So like I said, I just do it all over my face and it just gives me a really nice base. And then I go in with my Real Techniques stippling brush and my foundation, and I just stipple it all over my face. And instead of like, because I have it right here, instead of blending it all in after I stipple on my whole face, I take my sponge and I just kind of dot it. And I've noticed when doing that, I don't get that sheer coverage. Since I already stippled the foundation into my face, I'm just kind of smoothing it out with this, and that's what I really like the sponge for. The only other thing that I like is that this tip right here for concealer, because this, when you put it on, that's what I used it for. You can see it's a little dirty, but and I have really dark circles, so I need lots of coverage, and I didn't put my concealer on today. But normally what I do is I put it on the tip, and then this I really like because you can really get into all the crevices of the indents of your eye. And you don't, you know, especially if you've already done your eye makeup, you don't have to worry about a big old brush in there and, you know, wiping anything away. So that's what this is really good for. All in all, I really love this sponge. It is very awesome. It's awesome. Just buy it. It's awesome. So that's it. Like I said, there wasn't a lot. So I really hope that you like this video, and I will see you guys next time. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.